Haunted Mansion merch, I call to you, respond by showing us items from regions beyond. Shop Disney. Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for October the 8th, 2022. And yes, we are looking at Haunted Mansion merch from places other than Shop Disney or Disney Parks this time. Of course, naturally, it is more Haunted Mansion merchandise, but today's items come from Hot Topic, Box Lunch, and of all places, Hallmark. So we'll start with the smallest things, which are from Box Lunch, because starting small is generally how I roll here. And that, of course, means going down there. So our first two items are from Box Lunch, and they are a couple of pins. We've got this Haunted Mansion ballroom pin and this Haunted Mansion Madame Leota pin. Now, they had other pins there as well, but they were stretching room portraits, kind of like the ones they released last year, but there's 4 of them this time instead of just 3. And I honestly, the art style, I didn't much care for the art style on them. So given that they are very similar to last year's stretching room pins, and that the art style just it's a little too cartoonish for me. Just it doesn't hit me quite right. We're gonna skip those, but we did get these two. This one in particular is quite nice. The ballroom scene. Of course, up here we have where you would ride through on your Doom buggy, and we have we don't. That's not what this is all. This is a view from the Doom buggy, because that's one of the dueling portraits right there. I'm completely wrong. Other than the fact that it is, in fact, the ballroom, because we have our dancing spectral spirits here. We do have some pin-on-pin going here. The banister and the dancers are a separate layer from the background. It, of course, being not from Disney Parks or Disney Pins or whatever they're calling themselves this year, it does not have a Mickey back, but it is, of course, officially Disney licensed, and it was $14.90. And honestly, it's pretty chunky, and as you can see, it kind of wants to stay faced in a certain direction. It probably should have been a double pin back, but that's okay. It's probably not going to be on a bag or a lanyard or anything where that's going to be an issue, so I'm not too concerned about it. I need to eventually, I think, just do a Haunted Mansion pin board, but I always do the pins on their backings. But I do definitely have enough Haunted Mansion pins I could do a decent pin board. Next, we have Madame Leota. We've seen this design before. They did, a couple years ago, they had a big wooden sign, or at least wooden style sign, that looked like this. Madame Leota, the Haunted Mansion. It's got kind of looks like Jason's mom's severed head there, but it does say Madame Leota on it. Again, single pin back. The card on this one's a little damaged. I think this may have been the only one of these they had in the shop when we picked it up, which is why I picked one with a bent up card. That, or maybe the card got bent up after we bought it. That could be the I don't know. I don't know how that card got bent, but it's bent now, and we'll have to deal with it. It's a nice pin though, nice shiny. It is a single layer, but Leota is kind of a 3-dimensional element. I don't know if the camera can really pick that up because it's pretty slight, but she does protrude from the front of the pin just a bit, which catches the light and the shadow. I think that's probably the best way to tell that it's that way on camera, is the way light and shadow hits the face shows that it is in fact a 3-dimensional object and not flat like the features on our other pin. And Leota was only $10.90 because she is a smaller pin. I don't remember how much the sliding ones were. If you're interested in those, go check out your local Box Lunch. But yeah, like I said, I got last year's sliders. I don't need this year's. We'll move on, because while I may not have bought pin versions of the stretching room portraits, that doesn't mean I didn't buy any stretching room portraits. From Hot Topic, we found these. We have little canvases of Alexander Nitrikov, and these 3 guys, whose, if they have names, I still don't know them. I've commented on that before, that it seems weird that they don't have names, and he does. But as far as I know, they don't have names, and the back is no hint. He at least has. Now, of course, we know him as Alexander Nitrikov, I think largely from the Funko Pops from a couple years ago. But according to Hot Topic, he is H.M. Dynamite Gentleman. And he was $12.90. And I'm not sure why they have a handwritten tag on him. I'm guessing there was no barcode, but I don't think these guys have a handwritten tag, which is why it's interesting. Yeah, was his barcode missing? A little fluff stuck back here. That's the edge of the canvas. That's not ideal, but I mean, it's not a huge issue. And no barcode, that's why. He has no barcode on him. Now, I don't know if they have canvases of the other two or not. I haven't seen them if they do. And we have been back into that Hot Topic since then. And yeah, none have magically appeared for us, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. Still, these are quite nice. The art style is not faithful exactly to the ride itself, but it's still nice. It's not overly cartoony. It's a little cartoony, but not overly cartoony. And I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I kind of feel like I should look at them framed, but I know a frame is going to cost more than the pictures themselves did. And also, don't really have a lot of wall space. But I haven't seen these before, and I couldn't pass them up and not get them now. So they are now part of the collection. So we've looked at our box lunch items. We've looked at our Hot Topic items. I did mention one other place, and that was Hallmark, which actually has a range of Haunted Mansion stuff. They've brought back that ornament from a couple years ago, or I guess last year, wasn't it? They've brought that back again, so that's nice. If you missed out last year, you have another opportunity. And my local store actually had them just sitting on the shelf this time, so they're actually available. You don't need to pre-order them, or at least where I am, you don't need to pre-order them. But they had some other interesting things as well. They had Hitchhiking Ghost Itty Bitties, which I haven't picked up. They had a really nice, they have those ceramic Christmas villages, and they make Halloween ones too. And Disney makes a Halloween one, and they had really nice. They had like the Haunted Mansion, the real one, the Anaheim one, done up as one of those, like a large one of those ceramic Halloween village houses. And it is beautiful as it is. It costs like as much as a friggin' Xbox Series X, so we're not going to be getting that. Also nice that they had little miniatures of the Hitchhiking Ghosts that go along with that house, but they were like $80 on their own. It's not for the cheap. They also had that Haunted Mansion like drinking cup that they had on Shop Disney a few weeks ago, which I thought was interesting because nothing else they had has been on Shop Disney, but the thing we did pick up from the wonder of Disney, the heart of Hallmark, the Haunted Mansion, it's the Madame Leota water globe. Now, we've seen like Madame Leota snow globes around for a number of years now. Let's adjust this down a little bit because she's a little lower than everything else. There we go. We've seen Madame Leota water globes around for a few years now, but they've always been that really cartoonish version of her. They make like Box Lunch has stuff with that on, with that sculpt. Hot Topic has like the water globe version. I think Box Lunch has like a trinket box, which is the same exact thing, but the box opens up and there's no water in it. And then Spirit Halloween has, I think, like same exact sculpt, but in like little mini water snow globes, which just don't look great to me at all. But the one from Hallmark is very much in a different art style. And my battery just died on my light. We will just have to... Actually, I guess Pranky Spirits just killed my light. We'll have to deal with that. But let's take her out and look at her. Now, she has been on the box before. Kind of like when you buy statues at Disney parks. They do open them up so we can all verify together that they are in fact in one piece before you walk out of the store with them, so you can't come back later saying they sold you a broken item. But here is our Madame Leota snow globe. Honestly, the box does not really do her particular justice. I think this is one where you have to get her out of the box to really get a good look at her face to see the detail. Again, it's not done in that cartoony style of the other like Madame Leota snow globes that I've seen. It's I'm going to say it's not exactly faithful to the way she looks in the ride, but it's definitely a much nicer sculpt and so much hair. So much hair. Something I noticed, they had that one at Disneyland that I didn't get because I got those other statues when we were back down there in May. That, she had a ton of hair in that too, but that was no snow globe. That was just like a shelf statue. But yeah, so much hair on Madame Leota. But that she's a snow globe would be enough, right? You would think, but no. She does a little bit more than that, and I think there's already batteries in her, because otherwise this is going to be a little stupid. But let's kill some lights. See, it's a good thing that the ghosts killed my other light already, because I don't have to turn it off now. And let's flip the switch on her. And I thought she came with batteries. She apparently does not come with batteries. So I'll be right back once I've put some batteries in her. That's it. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so she does have batteries in her. I'm just stupid. I wasn't pushing the big button on the side right. That activates her. So let's try it again. And watch me get like copyright striked for using the sound. Nope, did I just turn it back off? It worked out of the room. Let's try again. There we go.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rats on a table, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
So yeah, not only does she basically do the whole seance, but you may have noticed that, as is the thing this year, she blows the glitter around inside of her all on her own. Just to give a little extra effect. Now maybe you didn't notice because I was moving around like an idiot. But does she glow? No, she's not. Just the color she was at looked like she might be like blacklight reactive, but she is not blacklight reactive. Nor does she need to be. I think she does plenty on her own. There we go, lights back on, we can see better now. Yeah, it's a nice, yeah, right here. There's the button I was not pressing correctly. That's why she wasn't working. She does have like the cheapest of cheap demo batteries in her, but that's what the problem was. Yeah, it's I think a nice sculpt. Again, much better than that other one that I've been seeing for years and I've been passing on just because I didn't care for the sculpt. Now, of course, it's not a full-size Madame Leota, but it also doesn't look like Phyllis Diller, so that's nice too. But it's very nice, and this was the price on here. This was $69.99 at one of our local Hallmarks, and yeah, it's very nice. You know, no new ornaments this year for Haunted Mansion, but we do have a nice Madame Leota display globe thing now, and you know we have like 4 new ornaments from Disney, so we're probably set on Haunted Mansion ornaments for this year. But yeah, that's it. That's our collection of Haunted Mansion stuff for this week. Hopefully next week, we will have Mickey Mouse the Main Attraction Big Thunder Mountain collection. That did come out yesterday. I did order all of it, including the backpack. The ears are pre-ordered, so I'm guessing we won't have those. But hopefully we'll have the pin, the plush, the key, and the backpack to check out for next week's video. If we don't, I have something even more special. And if we do, that something will probably get pushed off into November, unless somehow I manage to not find more Haunted Mansion stuff in the next 2 weeks. But that wraps us up for this week. We got pins, we got arts, we got a snow globe. And with that, I will say that I hope you found it at all interesting and entertaining. Which item do you think is the best one this week? I gotta go with the snow globe. It's certainly the most expensive of them. And it's also an early birthday present for me. So that makes it nice as well. Yeah, I think snow globe is the best one this week. If you like something else better, let me know in the comments. If you are aware, did they make canvases of the other two portraits? And if so, have you seen them locally? Let me know about that in the comment below too. But again, I hope you found it at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, like, subscribe, yada yada. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Madam Leota, take us out of here.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rap on a table, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.